Hey everyone, welcome to an episode of the Rails Foundation series. In this episode right here, I'm going to be showing you guys how to remove our attachment from Active Storage. So in the previous episode, we covered the basics of actually uploading the image over here using the cover picture. And in this episode, I'm going to show you guys actually first how we're going to actually display the image and also how to actually remove. Actually, we're just gonna focus on removing the image right now. I'm gonna talk to you guys about image processing and displaying in the next episode. So I'm gonna show you guys how to actually do the removal part. And in the next part, we're gonna do the image processing. That episode, the next episode is not gonna be free. It's gonna be for members only. So if you are viewing this on YouTube, this is a free episode from us to you. And if you like our video, like it. And if you find it useful, check out our site and become a member on our site to get access to all of our Rails Foundation videos and any other videos we have on the site. So let's get started. So right now I can upload an image. So I have my server started over here on the left, and this is what I'm going to use for the console. So essentially, let's see, Rails C. I'm going to start my console over here, and what I want to show you guys is I'm actually going to upload the image first. So I'm going to head over into here. By the way, we're doing some updates. We're moving some of our code base to GitLab. So I want to mention that, and you can check out our code on GitLab over here for free. So I'm going to go ahead and do this upload over here. So I have this form. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to click on this picture over here of Rails logo. I'm going to go ahead and do an upload and hit save. So now everything's going to work fine. I'm going to go into the table in my database, and you're going to see what's going on in the database. Here we go. We have the cover picture over here. And so what I can do is I can actually remove this image. We can't display the image yet. I'm going to show you guys how to do that in the next episode, as I mentioned. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to actually remove this picture. So if I do a post equals post.first, and I do post.cover_picture, we have actually a cover picture over here. And what I can do is I can call post.cover.purge. And this is going to actually remove the file from the disk, and whatever storage that you've got configured, it's automatically going to go and delete the image for you if you have it on S3 or wherever. So that's the beautiful thing about Active Storage, is you use one interface to control your entire infrastructure for images for storage. So basically now it's removed the image already, but how do we do that in a form? So here we go. We have, the image is actually gone. So you see the reference is all gone. And actually in storage in the disk as well, it is deleted, I believe. Yeah. It is deleted. So yeah, so how do we do that from a form? Well, first of all, we need to kind of like detect that, if we have an image uploaded, how do we check that? So, the most obvious thing people would do is it would be like post.cover_picture.nil or post.cover_picture, and then they're going to be very disappointed. But actually the right method to use is attached with a question mark. And you can see here we have attached is false. So what we are going to do is we're going to use this attached in our form. And basically our form is going to be smart enough to realize, hey, if we have something attached, we need to be able to remove it. And then we display the remove checkbox. So we're going to use a checkbox for the removal. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a if and then post.cover_picture.attached. And then end over here. And here I'm going to do a f.label remove cover picture. And then here I'm going to do a f.checkbox and then remove cover picture. Now, how does this actually work? We don't have a remove cover picture attribute in our post. So what we're going to do, we can use an accessor. So we've done this pattern before in the Rails Foundation, it's the same thing. So we're going to do remove cover picture. And basically, we're going to trigger a private function in here if we detect the remove cover picture attribute. So, and if you want to see, how all this works with a state machine and all that using enums, feel free to become a member and check out our previous episodes. We cover all this stuff. So in our Rails Foundation series. So I'm going to do after save, and then we're going to do a purge cover picture if remove cover picture private def purge cover picture, and in here I'm going to call cover picture dot purge later. Now, why am I calling purge later rather than purge? Well, this is something I would actually use in production, is to use purge later, because I don't want to actually call purge inline when I'm calling the save. I want it to do purge later, which means it's going to use a background thread, so it's not going to block my web process. So purge later is another way of actually removing the attachment. It's going to use a background thread, so it's going to use something called active job, and we're going to talk about active job in the future episode as well. You can create your custom background jobs and all that stuff. So actually this will be enough. We got our accessor over here, and it's going to detect, if the attribute has been passed along in the form, and it's going to call our callback over here, the after save callback of purge cover picture, and then we're good, right? So let's go ahead and try it out. So actually, we need to do a few things as well in the controller. We need to make sure that our strong parameters are taken care of. So here we have the state event. We're going to add remove cover picture, and basically we're going to do this in the form. So I'm going to head over into the form view. Form. So in this form here, I think we're pretty much good to go. I think that covers everything. Our form looks good. So let's go ahead and reload our page. So I'm going to click on edit. So I did mess something up over here, so I don't need that. Oh, sorry, my bad. So if we have a cover picture, it's going to render this checkbox for us. So right now we don't see the checkbox because nothing is attached. So I'm going to go ahead and attach the image over here, go ahead and run the upload, hit save. Now I'm going to click edit again. We're going to see this remove cover picture. Yeah, it's not pretty, but it does work. So now I can check this box, and it is going to run the removal. So I'm going to head over here to show you guys first that I actually have a record in the database for active storage. And I'm going to go and hit save. I checked the box now. I'm going to hit save, and then now we're going to see what happens. So I'm going to head back over here, and you can see it's actually done the delete in here in our server log. And I'm going to head over into the database and see that it's gone. So yeah, that pretty much wraps it up in terms of actually removing the image. This is a simple approach. It's been an approach that I've been using for a long time. Just accessor, pass attribute in, it detects an attribute, it calls a callback in the model. So you don't have to have another controller. It's just an attribute you pass in with your forms, and it's being taken care of by your strong parameters and all that stuff. So it focuses on being the conventional Rails way of doing this. So like this episode if you found it useful, share this video with your friends and family, and check out the next episode as well. We're going to do on-the-fly image processing with Active Storage. I'm going to talk about some of the dependencies and what you guys need to be aware of when you're using on-the-fly image processing with Active Storage. So with that, I want to wrap up this episode, become a member on our site, and I'll see you guys in the next one.